Good morning and happy Monday to you. My name is LaShonda Brown and welcome to Bootstrap Biz Advice Live, where I teach service providers how to work less and live more by leveraging tech and YouTube. Today, we are doing the literal most. To my left, you can't see it yet, but you will soon, is my digital whiteboard. So I want to make sure that you can hear me, that you can see me, and then we are going to hop into the most ambitious live stream that I've done so far. I am going to literally show you how I'm creating my pop-up mastermind, okay? So first things first, we'll do a few announcements, okay? So let me say what I got here. First things first, the Bootstrap Club, what is that? The Bootstrap Club is the name of my email list, and they are the folks that get the behind the scenes look at my business that I don't post on Instagram. I think it's super important to be the mentor that I always wanted. And so I just feel like some of that transparency doesn't need to be posted on social media. It's better served inside of a private community. I know that everybody doesn't want to sign up for a subscription, so the Bootstrap Club is absolutely free, okay? All you need to do is go to lashondabrown.com/club to join the Bootstrap Club, and that is my email list. So I would encourage you to do that. I'm seeing more and more creators talk about you want to make sure that you have a list in addition to your social platforms. So if any of the platforms have an outage and you're not able to reach your audience, you can still more than likely send them an email. So that's super important to me. So I want to make sure that I hit that point home more often on the channel. Now, I need you to understand, you guys are showing up and showing out, and it's making a huge difference. I actually gained over 100 subscribers just last week, and I know for a fact a lot of that traffic came from my live streams. So the best thing for you to do when you come on my live streams is for you to like this video if you like it. That engagement by clicking on the thumbs up or by chatting with me in the comments really does help push my live stream in front of more people. Live streams typically don't get a lot of love on YouTube because a lot of people, when they go live, they just go on and on and on, and they're really not that engaging. But I really try to put a lot of work into what I do here. So if you want to help the channel, absolutely free. All you need to do at any point in this video is like it if you like it. I want to explain a little bit better what a Bootstrap Star student is. So like I said, the Bootstrap Club is the name of my email list. Star students are the first tier of my membership, and they get access to my monthly workshops. As an educator, I find that when I try to pop into webinars, typically I'm too advanced for the webinar, but I still want to learn. I still want to hear what people are doing in the industry, what techniques are working. And so I was like, look, if you can't find what you want, you got to create it. So that is what the Bootstrap Star Student tier is for. You just pay me $10 a month to get access to a workshop that's hosted by a subject matter expert. And by becoming a member, you also get access to all of the previous replays. So as soon as you sign up as a Star student, you can go into the app and you can watch whatever you want. And so I really like that because it's an easy way for you to support the channel, but it also continues to provide you educational value. Bootstrap Biz Advice LLC is a tech education company, and this channel is the primary way that we educate for free. Okay, and so that's something that I want to do more of moving forward, is to explain the difference. Okay, now last week, and hopefully you guys can hear me because you guys are not very chatty just yet. So if you can hear me, let me know. But last week we talked about some holiday ideas that you could implement to be fully present during the holiday season. Many of us do Black Friday promotions in our business, and I know that oftentimes when people are in launch mode, it's actually super exhausting. So I don't want you to be exhausted this year. I want you to be able to be fully present. So I'm going to walk you through the option I picked from this list of 9 options. And if you missed this live stream, I would encourage you to go back. It is the foundation that I use to build my offer, and everyone who is a part of the Mindful Marketing Mastermind will be choosing one of these options for their offer, and I will be helping them build it to be ready for Black Friday. So if you missed it, make sure that you go back and watch it so that even if you don't join the mastermind, you get the idea. And if you want help to execute it, that's why you would join the mastermind. All right, I also posted a new video about the Flodesk forms. Now, this is just one of the many things that Flodesk has rolled out within, I would say, like the last 3 to 4 months. But I think these two form types are really important because they have seen that people have increased their engagement and grown their lists faster with more engaging forms. So you can incorporate spinner forms and you can incorporate video forms as a way to grow your list with Flodesk. So this is actually a fairly extensive tutorial. I think it's like 16 minutes long. And so if you didn't know these forms were available or you want to know how to install them and customize them, this is the video for you. Speaking of STAR students, if you are a STAR student or a Bootstrap creator, you already have a ticket to this workshop. Please do not buy a ticket, okay? It's already included for you. You should have gotten the notification from StreamYard as well. But this week, I will be doing a workshop with Christina Bartol to talk about becoming an authority in your niche and becoming a LinkedIn top voice. So if that's something you're interested in, you don't have to be a member to participate. I do allow people to drop in, but the desire is once you drop in and see the quality of what we're doing, you will want to become a member. And so this is essentially your way to do a free trial, if you will. So if you want to pop in for this workshop, this is happening on Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday the 9th. So I would encourage you to go to lashondabrown.com/workshops. From there, you can either become a STAR student or just buy a drop-in ticket. So you can do either one at lashondabrown.com/workshops. I did tell you guys about this in the past. I really want to emphasize the fact that your engagement on my live streams are helping me to get more impressive guests. So the author of Profit First, Mike Michalowicz, will be coming on the channel this Thursday. I will be multi-streaming to both LinkedIn and YouTube. So if you're like me and you forget stuff like this, I would go to LinkedIn and I would RSVP to the event so LinkedIn notifies you. YouTube doesn't do great with those notifications, okay? So this is going to be awesome. We're going to talk about the power of profit first. It's a live Q&A. I've got 30 minutes of time with Mike, and I think you will really appreciate being able to hear from him directly how this method can help you be more profitable in your business. So what I'm going to do now, we hope it's going to work. We really do. We really do. I'm going to play the Bootstrap Club ad, and when I come back, we go into the digital whiteboard, okay? So for the encouragement, if you like this idea, all right, give it a like, all right? Just help me out. Give me some encouragement because I don't know what possessed me to do this live. I like to keep it interesting. So we'll see if it works. But what I will do right now is, I'm so nervous. Drink some water, play this ad, and hopefully walk you guys through how my brain works when I'm crafting a new offer. So see you in just a minute.
This live stream is brought to you by the Bootstrap Club. Some things never make it to Instagram, and for that level of small biz realness, join the club. When you join the Bootstrap Club for free, you'll start getting access to my behind the scenes emails about my pivot from being a burnout service provider to a mindful full-time content creator. I share my ups and downs in this private format because I think it's important to be transparent if I'm going to be the mentor that I always wanted. Thousands of people from all around the world have joined the club to receive my strategy emails, and I would love for you to join us. To sign up, go to lashondabrown.com, click on Join the Bootstrap Club, drop your name and email address, and I will add you to the list. I hope you have a blessed Monday, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.
Okay, so before I go to the board, for those of you who do not randomly have a digital whiteboard in your office, you can do something similar to this using Canva whiteboards, okay? So I'm trying to think, last June, I started using a Flodesk checkout page to do a special event. So for this one, I called it Start a YouTube Channel in a Week. And we mapped it out on a live stream. I'll also link that in the description if you want to go all the way back in time and watch that. So I'm going to keep this in another tab as a good reference for how we're going to structure this offer here. But, whoo, my goodness, I'm so nervous. Oh man. Okay, here we go. Here is my whiteboard. Okay, so I can still see your comments. I'm wearing a different microphone, so even if I turn my back to you, you should still be able to hear me. So for real, y'all, if y'all like this, like it. And frankly, let me put this down here. The comments really help. So I'm going to say comment whiteboard if you want more lives like this. Okay, so there you go. There's your reminder. If y'all like this, give me some free engagement, comment whiteboard. There you have it. Okay, so first things first, let's make sure you guys can see what I'm writing. Camille, you're so sweet. Don't be nervous. I always learn something new. Okay, thank you, my friend. It's just, you know what it is? It's because I'm like literally, I've got a teleprompter here, my desktop monitor here, the digital whiteboard here. I got headphones, I got the wire. It's just a lot going on. So luckily I can multitask, but my word. Okay, here we go. So first things first, we are doing a pop-up mastermind. Hey, we got words on the screen. Oh my gosh, this is so great. Oh, this is so great. I ain't done nothing yet, but we're celebrating the win. Okay, awesome. I love that for us. So, pop-up mastermind. So first things first, and we talked about this when we did the Start a Challenge in a Week, right? We need to start with setting some intentions. If you don't set any intentions, more than likely, things will go awry. Not planning is planning to fail. All right. So first things first, just like profit first, what do you want to get out of this? Okay. So I would actually start with what, ooh, that's ugly, but that's okay. What is in it for you? Okay. So why are you adding more work to your freaking plate right now? Okay. It's the end of the year. You got a whole lot going on. Why are you launching a new offer to begin with? All right. And more than likely, let's be real. It's either one of three things. Okay. It's either one, it's ultimately going to save you some time. This is why we do anything in business. It's either going to save me time. It's either going to save me money, or it's going to make me money. Okay. So you can kind of narrow everything down in business to these three things. It's not that deep. All right. Now, for your customers, they may be looking at this as, oh, I'm going to pay you for this thing because it's going to save me time. The Mindful Marketing Mastermind will more than likely save you all this time because I'm doing a lot of the prep work for you. Okay, let's just be real. That's just the reality of the situation. It might save you money because I don't charge y'all thousands of dollars for my education like other people do. Mainly because I don't like to market in such a way to attract those type of people. So for you, my customers are more than likely going to buy this offer because they can see a tangible way that it's going to save them time or save them money. But I'm doing it because I want to make more money. Okay. So I am not necessarily, and this is just my personal preference, y'all. I am not going into this with the mindset of I need to tell people that they're going to make $10,000 in 10 days with my strategy. I'm not leading with this is going to make you money because frankly, The FTC doesn't really like y'all making financial promises to people anyway, because you can't really back that up. And second of all, like, I just think it's unethical marketing. Even if it technically was legal, I don't like to market by saying you will make all this money because of me. Okay. But what I can promise you is it's going to save you time and it's going to save you money, because my education is affordable, because tech companies are compensating me for the things that I do. So I don't charge y'all those prices. And then it's going to save you time, because you're not going to be going to Google trying to figure out how to set up all these tech tools. Like, I am going to actually give you custom tutorials so that you can leverage technology a lot faster than you would have done without me. Okay. So it's really important that you're clear about your intentions before you get started with all this stuff, because it's so easy to get caught up in the fray. All right. So I just want to establish that from the very beginning, that more than likely your customers are not going to have the same goal that you do. All right. Personally, I am not going to lead with you will make X amount of dollars. What I'm going to lead with is, girl, I'm going to save you time. I'm going to save you some money. Okay. That I feel like I can back up. So that's personal preference. Do what you want, take what you will. I'm just telling you how I think. Okay. So this is so old school, but here's a reality. So I'm going to do the classic who, what, when, where. I have an eraser, but I'm not going to use it. Where, we already know why. We're going to just say how. All right. So who, what, when, where, and how. Super simple, right? But once you start getting in the ways, you're going to see like, okay, you might be better off leveraging somebody like me to help you, or you can do it on your own. That's fine. I'm getting paid. Here's the funny part. I am literally making money as you're watching this video because I have a monetized channel. So I'm not gatekeeping this. Feel free to implement this without me. But man, it'd be awesome if we could walk through this together. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. Okay, so let's talk about this. So my offer is the pop-up mastermind for the person who wants to be fully present while they're launching their Black Friday offer. Okay, very simple. So who is my target customer? Not for my business, but for this offer. Okay, because sometimes when you're launching an offer, you may launch offers that target a specific persona that's different than the people that you market to all year round. So for this offer, I am looking for service providers, and I make that distinction, and I'll put it down here because most businesses fall into three categories: either a product-based business, service-based business, or both. So here's a reality. Product-based businesses during this time of year, let's see here. There we go. So product-based businesses during this time of year is hectic. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking New York and Company, Old Navy. They blowing up your inbox. They giving you coupons, JCPenney, Kohl's Cash. It's stressful, okay? So I am not trying to market to people selling products for this offer, because I don't want their stress coming on me. I'm just gonna be real with you. I get to choose who I want to work with, and that is not who I want to help this time of year, because it would be the equivalent of working with CPAs during tax season. Yes, that is a necessary problem for your business. You make a ton of money during that season. I just don't want that energy in my life. Okay, so that is not who I'm targeting with this. Service providers, what I like about it is they sell time, or at this case, digital products, okay? So service providers are either going to be doing two things. They're either selling their time for money, through coaching sessions, consulting, what have you, or they have productized their services and created digital products, both of which, in my opinion, are less stressful. So of the options, I want to stay clear of product-based businesses during this time of year. So it's super important for me to know that going into me making my landing page and me cultivating my offer, I do not need to mention anything related to product-based businesses, physical products, people with inventory, because I don't want that stress. Now, what are these people actually paying for? And this goes back to last week's live stream. As I was coming up with 9 ideas for things that people could sell for Black Friday, I myself got overwhelmed with all the different options because I'm like, okay, you choose an offer, but then when you choose that offer, then you've got to build a tech stack for that offer. Like, what tech are you going to use to deliver the product? And then you got to sell it, and then you got to execute it depending on what you're selling. And I'm like, dang, that is a lot. So what I am essentially providing people with is tech help and community. Because I see 2 things wrong with trying to apply what I taught last week on your own. Number 1, you will probably run into tech issues if you want to leverage a tech tool that I recommended that you don't use every day. Okay? It's just the reality of it. Every single time that you onboard a new tech tool in your business, there is a time period where you're having to poke around and figure out how things work. The smartest person in the world has to do this with tech. I have to do it every freaking time I sign up for something. And so I know if I have to do that, you're probably going to have to do that. And why not have my help doing it? The other thing is this, and I'm going to be real with you. I was having this conversation with someone yesterday. No one really wants to work. Let's be real. None of us actually want to do it. We do it because we have to have money to survive, but we're not doing it because we're just in love with the process of finding customers to buy what we sell. But there's something that happens when you are involved with a community. It is the difference between you going into Planet Fitness by yourself and trying to work out for 60 minutes on those machines on your own, and you going to a group fitness class at the Y, or you working alongside a personal trainer. As soon as there is somebody else there who knows what you're supposed to be doing, it changes the way you perform. It gives you encouragement. It pushes you to go harder than you would have gone if nobody was watching. And so this time of year, especially when we are like, girl, I can see Thanksgiving and Christmas coming for me, and I just want the sweet potato pie. We need some help. We need some encouragement. The best business owner ever understands having accountability is super helpful. You can have the pressure of having employees that are looking to you to pay their paycheck, and that may help motivate you to do the stuff you don't want to do. But if you're a solopreneur and you don't have people depending on you like that, how do you make yourself keep going when life is freaking exhausting right now? It's an election season and you're like, I don't want to do this. Well, you leverage community. The whole concept of body doubling is why the app Groove works. And so just letting people know this is what I'm trying to do, it helps you to actually get it done. And so my thinking is some people already have a community that they can leverage. They have an accountability partner, what have you. But a lot of people are lonely. A lot of people don't have somebody or even someone in their life who can relate to the struggles that they have, that they can pop in and say, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this landing page? What do you think about this name? What do you think about this copy? Does this make sense to you? Does this make you want to buy something? So I want to provide people with a community, not just a generic community, but a community around this specific task, which is launch and sell a new offer. The more I started thinking about it, I was like, look, the goal is Black Friday, but here's the thing. A lot of times when it comes to online business, if people don't know about the offer ahead of time, they're not pining for it Black Friday weekend. And in fact, you might get more sales waiting until after that barrage of retail emails have gone through people's inboxes. So you could either launch it before Black Friday, you could launch it after Black Friday, but my thinking is this is a new offer that you want to launch before 2024 is over. If you're saying to yourself, you know what, I got to make some more money. I'm behind on my sales. It would be so helpful to go into Christmas having more money in the bank so I can just be less stressed. I can buy Christmas presents without thinking about, oh, if I put this on my credit card, then that's going to be due by the middle of December. And if that's the vibe, this is for you. Okay. And so my thought process is, okay, what can I give people who want to save time and save money? Well, I can give them help and I can give them community at an affordable price. Okay. The saving money is, everybody knows there are high dollar masterminds out there. They got waiting lists and they cost a lot of money. So let's make this accessible. When? Now this is huge because I have gotten this wrong and I really want to bring this point home. When I did the Start a YouTube Channel in a Week, I decided that I would host the calls every day at 7 p.m. to try to accommodate people who are working full-time jobs, because I know my community, a lot of them are moonlighting and doing their business at night and on the weekend. However, when I tell you that was the most brutal offer I have ever delivered, because I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So for me to be coherent at 7 o'clock at night took a level of energy and brain power that drained me senseless. And so I'm like, never again. So when do I function the best? Well, these are my hours. Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Because I am a fan of the 20-hour work week. Okay? Everybody knows this. I talk about it all the time. So these are the hours that I've got. Okay? The reality is it's tempting to want to change your business to accommodate the people who might want your offer, but they're not going to get the best version of you if you flip it up too much. Okay? I need to still be able to do my 2-mile walk in the morning, to do my journaling, to pray, to take a long shower, like all the things that help me to be nice when I get online. Okay? I need to still do that. And what I don't need to be doing is cooking dinner and then getting back on the computer when I should be winding down and trying to teach. So the reality is I might miss some people in this offer. The reality is some people may not be able to watch this live, and that might be, not a selling point for them. I am going to provide replays for things, but that's just the reality. And I think after I have tested different configurations, it is better for me to show up as my best self than to try to accommodate and make the most sales. Okay. I am literally stifling my own growth by not offering certain things in the nighttime. However, I know I'm going to be more alert, more excited, nicer to be around if I'm within my normal workday and I'm just carving out time for this. So what I decided to do to accommodate for this, since I only work 20 hours a week, and so that meant, oh crap, I'm going to be losing time during the workday now by doing this offer, I would do a regular time that people could block out. So November 4th, 11th, and 18th will be the office hours and co-working time for this offer. Now, on top of that, what I'm going to allow them access to is a private channel in my app. I don't want to do a pop-up Facebook group because I don't like Facebook. I'm not changing my mind on that. I think Meta is janky. And as soon as I can completely break up with them, the better. Okay. So this is how people will maintain communication with me. They will know that they can show up, and this is going to be 2 hours is what I blocked out. I will do 2 hours of office hours on Mondays. Mondays are my CEO days anyway. So I'm like, you know what? I will carve out time on Monday for people to come get their questions answered, and they can ask me at any time during the week in the private channel. That, in my mind, is the happy balance. It's me leveraging technology to say, I need to stick to my 20-hour work week, but I also want people to get value out of this offer. Okay. So I think that's going to be the sweet spot. So where is this taking place? Well, it's going to take place on my app. And I believe, yes, I think am I using butter or am I using, let me see what I put on here. I want to say, I'm using either butter or StreamYard. I'll have to look. I want to say I'm using butter for this. And I'll tell you guys pros and cons of that in a minute. But the reason why I'm either using butter or StreamYard, one, I hate Zoom. We ain't doing Zoom in this life. And then the app, I really want for people from this offer, if they aren't already a member, to funnel into the membership. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I want to do with my members. So it's like, okay, you're hopping in for this offer, but you're also getting a taste of what it's like to be a paid member without me having to do some freaking launch strategy for my membership. Okay. And then the how am I executing this? This is always going to be your tech stack and strategy. Okay. So clearly we are running out of space. So let us move that over there. Okay, cool. So the how is what we are talking about now. The how is going to be your tech stack and your strategy. And actually, let me erase that because that could be confusing in a minute. We'll leave that there. But when I think about doing an offer, and I kind of beat people over the head, I do coaching with this all the time because I do the same thing every time. But I always think about strategy, systems, and sales, and in that order, okay? So what you just walked through was me giving you the strategy behind my offer, right? Okay, so going back to strategy, what did we say? That is our who. I'm marketing to service providers. I'm providing them with tech help and community. It's got to take place during my regular office hours, but I'm going to give them more access to me via the private channel. And the calls are going to take place on either Butter or StreamYard, and the communication will take place in the app, not on Facebook, okay? So that is the strategy behind all of this. But then once you have the strategy determined, which we've done, now you got to talk about your systems, because the reality is there's no shortage of good ideas. People aren't going out of business because they had a lack of good ideas. They either had a lack of money or a lack of strategy. Really quick, what is butter? I am so glad you asked, Marquita. So I will put this over here. So long story short, butter is a Zoom alternative. So it is a video conferencing app. The thing that it does really well is it is great for collaboration, for collaborating. You've got things like agendas. You can do breakouts. You can do activities. And what I really like about it is it does a summary, a transcript, and a recording inside of what they call recaps after every call. So when I was using Zoom, I had to incorporate like Otter to do my transcriptions. I've heard some people use, it's like Fathom, I don't know, something like that, to do the transcriptions. And so what I like is it's super friendly. You can customize it. It does also have waiting music, which is completely unnecessary, but it's a literal vibe. So when people hop into my butter room, they see like a little avatar that has like, oh, put in your name, da 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 da, and then it plays like lo-fi music. So I just think it's a more pleasant way to enter a conference call. And I really genuinely don't like Zoom. Zoom makes me anxious. I'm exhausted by Zoom calls. And so just seeing people's face after they've been in the lo-fi waiting room before my calls, I don't know if there's a direct correlation between the amount of sales I've been making and using Butter over Zoom, but I'm happier in them. And so at the end of the day, if I'm happier, everybody's happier. So if you want to try Butter, I have a 7-day trial, and then it's some percentage off for like the first 3 months. I think it's at least 30% off. Don't quote me on that. So the link that you want to go to is lashondabrown.com/butter. So if you want to try that, I'll also put it in the link in my description. When this is over, you can always go to lashondabrown.com/tools, and that's got all of my links to everything. But that's essentially what Butter is. So going back to your systems, if they're really executed well, will also add value to your offer. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You can tell when someone has just slapped together an offer and they redirect you to like a PayPal link with no description. It's just a give me money page. And then people who've taken the time to build out a landing page that have materials for you to download and all of that, right? So for me, in my case, I want people to be impressed by the tech stack, because part of what I am teaching them is that I understand tech, right? That is my selling point. That's my differentiator as an educator, is I don't just use tech, but I can teach tech. As my shirt says, tutorials are my love language. I'm genuinely enjoying this right now. For some people, they would be mortified and they would be like, oh, shoot me now. I don't want to do this, but I love this. So I want to show them tech while they're experiencing my offer. So there's a balance between I'm doing this to show you how a tool works, and I'm doing this because it provides a seamless experience. So in my case, I am going to use Flodesk. Flodesk is going to be my email service provider, or ESP. And Flodesk is also going to be my landing page and payment processor, because it's going to be integrated with Stripe. So I'm going to do a lot in Flodesk so that it is a seamless process for people who are checking out. And it also is integrated, so it saves me from doing a lot of things manually, okay? So Flodesk is going to be a huge part of this. Now there is a new site, fairly new to me anyway, site called AddEvent. And my Bootstrap creators, I'll be posting about this later in the group. But one of the problems I have when it comes to hosting multiple virtual events is it's hard to keep up with. And, you know, in my case, I'm like, I don't want to be creating Google Calendar events and having to manually add everybody. And then when a new person comes in, I got to manually add them. They're getting all these emails. This is what's great about AddEvent. AddEvent is one-click add to calendar. And so what I will be able to do on my end is, and I can show you guys this if I log in, like once I put this away, is I can put all of the events for the offer on one calendar in AddEvent. And then when people check out, they can click to add those events to their calendar. So the workflow is going to be landing page, checkout page, delivery page, which allows them to add it to their calendar, okay? Now, I will also naturally be rocking Canva. Canva is going to be my tool to make my resources, and potentially I might use the digital whiteboard for collaboration on a call, potentially. The last thing in my tech stack is going to be something to execute the calls. So like I said, I can't remember what I put on there. I'll see it in a minute, but it's either going to be Butter or StreamYard. And the reason why is because of the recording. With both of these tools, when I record the meeting, session, whatever, they automatically store it on the platform. StreamYard stores it in StreamYard, Butter stores it in Butter. So I'm not going into my Zoom call, downloading the recording, uploading it to YouTube, or paying extra on Zoom to have the space to accommodate these recordings, okay? So this is the tech I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using Flodesk to send my emails, to make my landing page, to process payments with Stripe, because Flodesk checkout integrates with Stripe. Then for AddEvent, I'm going to add in all of the different events that'll take place in the offer. And then with one click, people in the offer can add it to their calendar. So I'm not going in and manually inviting people, because people said they like the calendar invites, but I don't like creating them. So that's what we're going to do with that. Canva, I'm going to use that to make the resources, potentially the whiteboard. And again, because of the recording feature, I will either be using Butter or StreamYard, okay? So we talked about systems. We talked about strategy. Now we got to talk about sales. So this will be super meta, my friends. Watch me. The link that you can go to participate in this mastermind is lashondabrown.com/popupmastermind. I only have 25 spots. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my Bootstrap creators, if they go into the app right now, they're gonna see a code that allows them to save $100 on this offer. More than likely, half of these spots will be taken up by people who are already members of my membership, which is totally fine with me because I want them to be successful. So if you want to pop in for the lowest rate, you would need to go to this link, lashondabrown.com/popupmastermind, to claim a spot before Halloween. That is the early bird time frame, okay? So it is already $50 off if you go, and I'm going to show you the landing page that you will see. If you happen to leverage live streaming when you promote things in your business, then you can literally execute the same strategy you see me doing right now. But yeah, so the offer went live right before, actually it went live technically this morning. I emailed my list. So if you're in the Bootstrap Club, the direct link is at the bottom of today's email. But yeah, it is up, it is live. So we're gonna go back to, yeah, we'll leave that there. Okay, we're gonna go back to the board. And what we're gonna do now is hop over to the actual landing page. Okay, so allegedly, let me change this color. Make it yellow. Okay, cool. So allegedly, I should be able to, yay, right on top of the website. Okay, so let's talk about the landing page that you will see if you go to lashondabrown.com/popupmastermind. This is your friendly reminder that couple of things, if you're enjoying this style of live stream, number one, like it if you like it. Number two, comment whiteboard, and I will do more live streams in this format, okay? So this is the literal landing page. Now, the first thing I want you to notice is up here, okay? Flodesk does allow you to claim your handle essentially in Flodesk, but even still, even with the ability to customize the end of this and to claim my handle, it is still a very long link. LashondaMBrown.myflodesk.com/mindful-marketing-mastermind. So just like I would being an affiliate for anybody else, I am going to shorten this link. Now I use the, what is it called? It's called URL mapping. Let me double check. Let me go into my website and show you real quick. Okay, so what we'll do I'm going to go into the back end of my website. Okay, so when I want to make a new link, whether it's an affiliate link or a link to my own stuff, I log into my Squarespace website, I click on settings, then I go to developer tools, then I click on URL mappings. And so as you can see, I have made an obscene amount of redirects within here. But if I scroll all the way down to the bottom, you see / pop-up mastermind dash little arrow, then that super long Flodesk link, and then 302. So by doing this in my Squarespace website, I'm able to create a redirect for free. And whenever you hop on my calls, my workshops, and you see me do lashondabrown.com/poll, every single time I'm going into my Squarespace website and I'm changing the link that /poll goes to. This is how I'm doing it for free. So if you're already paying for a Squarespace website, I can't tell you how to do this in Wix or in Shopify or in Showit because I use a Squarespace website. I was a Squarespace top level designer. But this is how I do it. There's other sites like Rebrandly that you can use to do this, but I like having everything integrated. So anyway, this is how I was able to make that link. So just in case you're wondering. All right, let's get back to the board though. So first things first, using URL mapping, I created that link that you're seeing at the bottom of the page because at the end of the day, if people can't remember the link, they're way less likely to actually sign up. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. People are busy. So make your link to your offer super easy to locate, okay? Now, in the top left-hand corner, we have a logo. This logo was made in Canva. I utilized my brand colors and I chose serif fonts that are kind of in the vein of my other marketing. But it was important to me to create a logo for this so that it had its own distinct brand and it elevated the offer. I didn't pay a graphic designer to do this. I just did it in Canva. You can go into Canva and just search logo. If you're not that creative, and you can just edit a logo template. But I would highly recommend creating a logo for your offer because it's immediately going to add more perceived value, which will allow you to charge more. Before people scroll down, you need to explain, going back to our strategy, who this is for. And I put the pop-up mastermind for the one who wants to be fully present during this this holiday season while boosting sales. Okay. So let's see here. Paula said, can you repeat how Bootstrap creators sign up for, okay. So Paula, basically here's the reality. You can go to this link, Paula, and you can sign up. But in order for it to give you $100 off, you need to use the discount code. I am going to, let's see here. I'm going to go on LinkedIn and I'm just going to message you the code. Okay. There you go. So the code is in your DMs on LinkedIn. I don't want to say it audibly because then everybody else would just use it. I mean, I trust y'all, but not that much. So Paula, just go to your DMs on LinkedIn and that'll give you the discount code. So it takes off $100. The reason why I'm doing it $100 off for you guys is because you'll see part of what's included is 60 days of Bootstrap creators. You're already paying $50 a month, so you don't need to be paying twice. So that was the thought process behind that. Okay, so well, that's interesting. So those stay. So I'll have to clear that in a minute. Okay, so what's super important to me before people scroll is I want to really target the why of this offer. And what did I say I was going to be providing these people? I was going to save them time and save them money. And what they were going to get is tech support and community. Okay, so what does this landing page say? Your family time does not have to suffer while you're in launch mode. Leverage tech and community to finish this year strong while being fully present, which goes back up to what I said this offer was for. Okay. So even if nobody scrolls down, right? This really does hit home. This is going to save you time. Your time is important to you. You want to be a part of a community. You don't want to do this alone. You understand it's going to take tech to execute this, and you're not a tech savvy person. And you would like to be fully present while you're launching this offer and not running yourself into the ground. Okay. So all of these things are important to the person that I'm trying to reach with this offer. And so that's why, just like a website, above the fold is that information. Now, you could literally tap on count me in and go straight to the sales page if you wanted to. But for some people, they like more information. So for those people who need to learn more, then of course the landing page keeps going. But I just want to make it clear why that's set up the way that it is. Okay. So from there, you see one of my brand photos. And my brand photo that I chose is very specific. Number one, for a tech person to be outside in their brand photos with no technology in sight is different. It's not what you would expect. And so I want people to know from the beginning, you're not going to get the same old crap you've seen over and over and over again online. I do things differently. And when I say I want you to be fully present, it's because that's what I want for myself. I'm barefoot, so I'm trying to communicate to you that I'm not trying to show off, that I'm a humble person. I'm just living in the mountains, trying to live my best life. And if you really get into the weeds, I'm holding a Bible. And so my faith is super important to me. And so for those who really, really look, they will see that this is an ESV Bible. But if they don't really, really look, it just looks like a cool book. So either way, this is me in a nutshell. And so that is why that photo is there. I love this section because it communicates to the person coming to this landing page that I understand the struggle. Okay. And I wanted to put this section here because I think oftentimes people make their landing pages about themselves. And I wanted to make the landing page about you, the person that I'm serving. So, truth be told, most launches flop because of the 3 S's: stamina, systems, and support. Take a look at this list and see if any of this sounds familiar. You spend so much time, so remember time, so much time creating a new offer that when it's time to sell it, you don't have the stamina to keep up with the launch, so you burn out. Okay? Burnout is not being present. Because if your offer burns you out, your family is getting your fumes. Okay? To save money, you bootstrap a ton of tech tools together instead of building solid systems. So you burn out doing things manually that should have been automated or could have been automated. Or you're a solopreneur, which means by yourself with no community, wearing all the hats, trying to hit your revenue goals, which causes more isolation, and the lack of support becomes draining, so you burn out. Launching doesn't have to lead to burnout while you try to increase sales. Let's launch differently this year. Okay? So even this, let's, what does let's stand for? Let us. We're doing this together. Okay? So at the very beginning, I set the intention. This is what it's for. This is who I am. I didn't get into my whole bio and all that crap, but I'm like, here's me in a nutshell, me in a photo. Photo speaks 1,000 words. So since the photo's doing all the talking, I don't have to have a super long landing page. So I hope this all is making sense. All right. Is that going to stay there? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm sure there's like a 1-click I could erase this, but for now, we'll just do this. Okay. Introducing the Mindful Marketing Mastermind. Together, again, together, you are not alone. Together, we will craft a new offer for you to promote starting Black Friday to help you finish the year strong. I did a recent live stream with 9 different options. You'll pick one, and over the course of a few weeks, we'll build that offer and get it set up for sales. This will only be offered once in 2024 for 25 people. When it sells out, the pop-up mastermind will close. So again, you have a matching photo. Shoes are there. They're cute, but they're not on my feet because again, that's me in a nutshell. This is actually my prayer journal, if you just wanted to know. Okay, so that's that. What is included? I think it's super important that you guys specify what people are actually paying for. So going back to what we said before, the biggest thing I want to hit home is the 60-day membership. So you become a member of my membership for 60 days. The value of that is $50 a month. So that's worth $100, just that. Then, in addition to that, you're going to get the Bootstrapper's Guide to Holiday Offers. So that's going to be a breakdown of the 9 strategies and the tech stacks it will take you to execute those strategies. In addition to that, you're going to get a video tutorial library. So the tech tools that I recommend, you're going to get access to tutorials specifically about those tech tools to help you navigate that tech. Then you have office hours for questions and co-working. So if you want to ask me questions in real time, then you can do that. My typical rate is $500 an hour. So there's a lot of value with that. That's like just my literal rate. If you book a YouTube coaching session with me, that's what you're going to pay. So I went ahead and said I've blocked out 2 hours on November 4th, 11th, and 18th. So 2 hours would be $1,000, and then 3 days would be $3,000 in value there. Okay, then you're going to get a launch marketing checklist, because when it comes to marketing, I know good and well, I'm really good at marketing and a lot of people are not. So I want to provide you with a checklist to help you craft a marketing strategy for your new offer. And so you can schedule some of this stuff so you don't have to post it in real time, because I know you care about time. And then I want to do a dedicated channel in my community. So if you want to get feedback from other people who are in the mastermind, the purpose of mastermind is it's not just me. You're able to talk with the other people who are in the community. Now, what you're not going to see is a countdown clock or I'm going to mark this down for XYZ and for only $9.99. Y'all know how I am. That's frantic. That's not my vibe. So I'm not going to do that in terms of the price, but I want to show you how I worked on how to price this. Okay, so you got $100 of value by being a member. Then you get basically $3,000 worth of my time. Then you get access to the ebook, the video tutorial library, the marketing checklist, and I guess the dedicated channel is part of the membership. Okay, so you got that. And so here is the price. So the price is actually $197. To build up urgency, I put it $50 off publicly to everybody at $147 until Halloween. Why is that? Because a lot of this stuff I'm still working on creating. So I'm like, okay, if I'm working on recording these tutorials and finalizing the guide and all of that, you should get a benefit for taking action early, because we don't start the mastermind until November 1st. So that is why the price is at $147. And then once I add up the 25 spots at $147, that gives me the return value that I feel comfortable with this offer. So what's cool about Flodesk is all of these buttons, whether it says buy now, say less, count me in, let's launch differently this year, or count me in, they all go to the same spot. So if you tap on it, it's going to take you to the checkout page, which shows the value of the mastermind. It is marked down to $147. Flodesk checkout just rolled out inventory management, so it is not going to allow you to oversell at this point. So once the 25 spots are gone, this will convert to a wait list. You can see the product discount is the $50. And for Bootstrap creators, this is where you guys will drop in that code that is in the app. If you want me to DM it to you like I did with Paula, then you can put it there. So let me show you the last thing. I will go into the back end of Flodesk. And we are right at 11 o'clock, which shows you I have a freaky, I can feel time. I felt like it was an hour because I teach for an hour all the time. But if I go to the Flodesk checkout page, oh my gosh, 2 people already bought spots. That's so cool. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Who? Oh my gosh, how fun. Okay. It's working. Adrian and Caitlin, I'm so excited. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the mastermind. How cool is that? I am kind of taken aback by that. You guys have already, how fun. It's working in real time. How cool is that? Okay. Let me go back here, share this tab. Okay, Camille, I will DM you. Let me know either on Instagram or LinkedIn, and I'll DM it to you. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I showed you guys the sales page. I showed you the checkout page. So once you go to delivery, this is what people will receive. So I took that logo, and this is another reason why I create that logo in Canva. I put that over a square graphic with my photo. Now that they've bought something, I can put my shoes back on. So I used a photo of me with the shoes on, and I put the logo in white. And so I've been able to use that square logo in my emails, obviously in the shop graphics. So that's been really helpful. So as soon as they check out, they're going to see this page. Mastermind starts November 1st. On the 1st, you'll receive access to the Bootstrap Biz Advice community with all the resources. And our first office hours day is November 4th. Add the dates to your calendar in one click by tapping the button below. So by doing that, it will take you to AddEvent that we talked about before. And AddEvent looks like this. So I've got those dates. This is a separate calendar from my Google Calendar, but it allows people to, in one click, add these dates to their calendar from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will have our office hours and virtual co-working. So this is what AddEvent looks like. And so this is what I'm talking about. So you're able to click here. And okay, I chose butter. I couldn't remember. I was going back and forth. So yeah, so that's the link to that. We did it. We did it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I hope that that was helpful. Adrian said, if you're a Bootstrap creator, the code is in the community tab of the app. I just bought mine. Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate ya. All right, my friends. So like I said, LaShondaBrown.com/popupmastermind will take you to the landing page that you saw on the board. Bootstrap creators, you are able to get $100 off by using the code. 2 creators have already grabbed spots. So like I told y'all, I think at least half of the mastermind will be Bootstrap creators, but it is open to anyone who would like to pop on in. On Thursday, I will be going live with Mike Michalowicz on the channel. So there won't be a feed video this week. The video posted on Thursday will actually be another live stream, but it will be with the author of Profit First. So I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified when we go live, because going live on a Thursday at 10:30 is not normal for me. So this will help you remember. You can also go to LinkedIn and RSVP to the LinkedIn event so that LinkedIn notifies you. Okay. Oh, you know what, Paula? I will edit that because I changed the redirect. So I will go edit that for you. No problem. So I will update that link. And let's see, is there anything else in the comments? I think we're good. So like I said, if you guys like this format, just comment whiteboard. We'll do more of it. It's literally staying in my office. I just roll it to the side. So feel free to let me know. I figured out how to push it out through StreamYard, which I just think is really cool. And it keeps me from having to make slide decks every week. So yeah, if you like it, comment whiteboard, whether you're watching this in the replay or watching this live. That engagement will help the video get pushed in front of more people. And as always, you can like this video if you like it. So I have a lot to do today, so I'm going to scoot. Feel free, if you are a Bootstrap creator, to message me in the app if you have any questions. If you're not a member, you can also DM me on Instagram at LaShonda M. Brown. But friends, until next time, ta-ta for now.